Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Clarity 1129. Welcome to another pick a card reading. It feels as though it's been a long time since I've done a pick a card reading, since the last readings I'd done were for the July predictions, right? So, what is this reading all about? It's basically a reading which helps you press your refresh button. Now, just like you have the refresh button on the PC, which helps the computer work better, and there's more productivity, there's no lagging. Similarly, on the internet, when you press the internet, the refresh button, you'll find that if the page is not loading, it loads faster. Now you don't have to reboot, that takes a lot of time. It's just a quick refresh button, right? So this reading is just the same. Now, when the year begins, we are very exuberant and we want to, we've got a lot of ideas, we want to put them into action. And the first 3 months, in fact, just passed without us realizing that the year has moved and 3 months have passed. But as we come to the middle of the year, that momentum goes down. Sometimes we feel without direction, we don't know where we are going. And so this reading is to just look into those energies and help us begin again, refresh our energies, get us moving in some direction. I did this reading for myself and it was extremely beneficial, and so I thought I'd do one for all of you. And it's basically just to know what you're going through on a surface level, what you're going through in your subconscious level, and then what is it, if at all you need to release something and let it go. And if you do that, how will it boost your productivity? How will you benefit from this release? And last but not the least, which is most important, is how can we show more gratitude and bring in more joy into our life? All right. So without further delay, let's move in to the pile selection. As you can see, I've got 4 piles in front of me. Pile number 1 using the cat tarot and the green tipped felt pen. Okay. The pile number 2 is the light seers tarot and the red tip pen. Pile number 3 is the ethereal visions tarot and the blue tip pen. And pile number 4 is the Mystic Mondays tarot with the purple tip pen. Alright. So take a deep breath, relax. It's going to be a very calm reading, hopefully. And whichever pile you're instinctively drawn to, either the pile or the number, or if you want to choose from the timestamps what the time is, because sometimes you're drawn to numbers more than things. Just intuitively, whichever pile you are drawn to, that is your pile. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you may choose either. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. It is also a timeless reading, and so if you have chanced upon this reading, there is some message here for you. Now, the whole reading may not resonate, maybe just a part of it. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. All right. So we shall begin with pile number 1. I'll move this out of the way. Yes. Those who've chosen the cat tarot or the green tip pen. All right. We will also I've shuffled cards for the astral house so that you know what changes are coming this month from this. If you have followed my monthly predictions, it may coincide with your zodiac predictions. All right. So let's see. So you are going to see some changes in your career pile number 1 in all probability. All right. So let's see your cards. We begin with the King of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the King of Cups, the Chariot, and the 7 of Pentacles. All right, pile number 1. right now you're in a very comfortable place, pile number one. You're actually feeling very good with yourself. So perhaps your career is doing well, and you are in your power, and at the surface of it, things are looking great. Your work is happening smoothly, everything is working out fine, and everything is hunky-dory. However, on a deeper level, you get the Three of Wands. So everything is going fine, everything is great, but there is this longing within you to expand. All right, now that's a natural thing, whether whoever it is, right from the smallest form of life to a human being, who is got everything together, to someone who's not got anything together. We are all wanting to grow, we are all wanting to expand. And so even though you're in a very comfortable place, if there's this feeling of dissatisfaction deep down inside, it is because you want to expand. You have it all, but you want that something else, you want fulfillment. So that's there at your subconscious level. All right, so what you need to let go, and you get the King of Cups. The King of Cups is all about emotions. It could be for some of you that there is a relationship of the past which has possibly not worked out, or that you're set up on, and that relationship needn't be romantic, but it could be. But there is some relationship in which you've had a lot of emotions and you wanted it to work in a certain way, and perhaps it hasn't. All right, and that is some way, even that is there in your subconscious. You want some kind of a closure there. Okay, and you feel that if you get closure here in this situation, maybe you will be able to expand, and whatever, as it is, you're in a good place and things will get better for you. But you're being asked to let go of this feeling of yours. It's not always, closure doesn't come to us the way that we want it. For example, if you've had a fallout with somebody you've been close to at some point of your life, be it in your career situation, your childhood friend, your partner, or any such relationship where you've had a fallout and there is, say, no contact, or things are sour, or maybe you're interacting, meeting each other, and on the surface level things look okay, but there's this undercurrent which is not pleasant, and you feel that the way things have played out were not the way it should have been, and that you had something else but the other person took it differently, and though you've tried to explain it, it's not worked out. But you are waiting, say, for an apology, or you are waiting for things to be a little better before you can move on, and you are being told that that is not how life always works. Yes, if it happens like that, great, but that's not how it always works, and it is worth your while to be able to process those emotions, to forgive everyone involved, including yourself, and just accept that at this time, this is all that's going to happen, and that you make peace with the situation. It's easier said than done, but it is for your own peace that you come to terms with whatever happened. You can go over it, but do not expect something from outside to come and change things within you. Whatever the change has to be, whatever the acceptance has to be, everything has to come from within. So this is what you're being asked to let go of. Stop waiting for someone to come and make things okay in your emotional life. You have to work on your emotions, maybe some inner child healing, whatever the thing may be. Think about it, work on it, and when it's time, let it go. All right, we sometimes want things the way we want it. We really control outcomes, and especially if it's an emotional situation, we obviously want to feel good inside, right? And so we want that closure, but it doesn't come in the way that we want it. All right, and if you release this, what's going to happen? You get this beautiful Chariot. The Chariot is a major arcana, and that's the only major arcana in your reading. And so this is what you will get. You will get tremendous amount of balance once you get that closure within you. Instead of waiting for someone to give it to you, if you finally accept and let the situation go, you will get a wonderful balance within you between your mind and your heart, and you will be able to move forward and get that expansion that you're so craving for. All right? And how can you experience more gratitude in your life and bring joy into your life? Stop looking at what you have gained in your career and compare it with others. The minute you stop this comparison, you are going to be in a happy place. Just be grateful for what you have. See, you're starting your reading with the King of Wands. So you are actually in a very comfortable place. You are in fact thriving. All right? But because you crave expansion and you think perhaps that expansion is going to be because of your career, or you've put in work and others have done better than you. So this is the feeling that is inside. What happens is, you may be the king, but if you start thinking like this, you are bringing in lack mindset. And the minute you bring lack into your life, you start attracting lack. So guard against that, pile number ones. What you need to release, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you what this King of Cups is. You already know. All right? It's just that you want it your way. So if you can just let that go and give it and say that maybe it will happen when it has to happen, and it may happen when you least expect it, but usually things happen when you actually let it go. All right? If you're stuck on the certain outcome and you want it and you say nothing's going to move till this happens, then you know what, you continue being stuck, because the message you're sending the universe is that I'm not in a good place and now I can't move ahead without this happening. And so the universe grants you your wish, so you don't move ahead, because that's your mindset. So the minute you leave that and you say that I wish things would get better in this connection, but if this is how it's meant to be, I just hope the person involved has a very nice life and they are happy, but I just end this chapter here and I go on to fulfill my happiness. And when you genuinely work on it, work on the emotions and let it go, you will be able to get balance in your life to move ahead, and you will find that you are no longer in this energy of looking at what others have got, but you will expand phenomenally. All right? And you will have a lot of joy, not just in your career, but in general. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number one. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, do let me know in the comments. And do subscribe if you feel called to do so. And with that, we come to pile number two. Those who chose the Light Seers Tarot or the red tip pen. Now before we move ahead, let me have a sip of water. All right, pile number two. We shall first look at this one card which I have shuffled for you, as to where are you going to see the maximum changes during this time, and you get happiness. Wow, isn't that lovely? This may correspond to what you have got in your monthly forecast reading. It may or may not. I mean, there are different people watching this. You might have all zodiacs watching this, but then all right, so let me lay out your cards. We begin with the Five of Cups in reverse, which is such a good sign. The Two of Swords in reverse, again a good sign. The Hangman. The Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is such a good reading. This is such a beautiful spread. You know, when I was shuffling the cards, and all these cards were just flipping out and turning, and I knew you're going to have a lot of reversals, and I was wondering what kind of a reading this is going to be. And just look at this, beautiful. Right now, pile number two, you have done a lot of work on yourself, and there is something that has been hurting you for a long time. You've been extremely sad. The Five of Cups is a card of sorrow, but with it reversed, you're finally letting your sorrow and whatever's upset you, you're letting it go, and you are being grateful for what you have, and you're going to begin afresh. So this is the energy that's deep within you, which is, which is at the surface level, all right? So this is what you are actively doing. Now in your subconscious, you get the Two of Swords reversed, which is beautiful because you have been waiting for somebody, or if it's an emotional situation or whatever it is, that because the Five of Cups talks about emotions, all right, and your heart is broken here, you're sad, you're really sad that you've lost your the three cups in front of you have spilled over, and you had a lot of potential here, and that's what's kept you feeling so sad. And now you finally let it go, you've come to terms with it, you have accepted things as they are, and you're ready to move on, which is such a beautiful thing, and you get all the blessings from the universe. And because you are actively doing that at your subconscious level, the decision which maybe, at the surface you haven't taken yet, deep down inside, you know what you want, and you have made that decision to go for it, and this is going to liberate you, which is beautiful, all right? So even at the surface, you are ready to move on, and even at a very deep level in your soul, you know that what you have to do. Now you're not got, as it is, the Two of Swords is a person who knows the decision. She has covered her eyes by choice. She's not making a decision by choice. Deep down she knows. Now in this case, you are ready to make that choice, okay? So right within you, deep down in your unconscious or your subconscious level, you know what you want, and you're ready to actually move ahead and say what you want, all right? And what you need to let go, again, this just goes so beautiful. I love the synchronicity. You get the Hangman. Now the Hangman is someone who's suspended himself, or in this case herself, upside down, and there's no action, but this person is just observing things from a different perspective. Now you're being guided to come out of this energy. You've been in this energy for a long time, and now the universe is guiding you to start moving, because you've been in this energy, you've done your work of healing, and you are coming out of your Five of Cups, you are coming out of your Two of Swords, and Spirit says it's time for you to now give up being suspended and just thinking. Now it's time to move. And the minute you start coming out of this energy, because you are ready for it, you're ripe to move ahead and begin afresh. And what better gifts can you get? Just look at this. You get two aces. The Ace of Wands is a fresh beginning with something that you're passionate about. It is about just starting something creative with so much of passion. So there's something you are now ready to embrace the minute you come out of this energy of inaction, which you are all, you're primed on the surface level, and deep down you're primed that whatever's not worked out, I've spent a lot of time on it, and I have healed myself, I've seen it from different perspectives, and now what is waiting for me? And so you get this beautiful new beginning for you to move ahead with doing something that you love, that brings you a lot of joy, that brings you passion. And guess what? You get the Ace of Pentacles, okay? For how can you experience more gratitude and joy in your life? You get a solid offer. So this beautiful creative venture, something that you're so passionate about, is going to lead you to a lot of abundance. So you are going to be so grateful for all that in your life, and because of that, you've actually taken time to work on yourself, work on all the problems in your life. And now this is gentle indication, gentle reminder from Spirit that you are ready. Pile number 2, you are ready to move ahead, to follow your heart, to follow your dreams, to bring that creativity, into motion, to go after what you're passionate about, and you are going to reap rewards for all of this. So this is such a brilliant reading, and your Ace of Wands and your Ace of Pentacles are all ready to propel you towards your happiness. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 2. This is such a lovely reading. It's actually warmed my heart. It's so nice. that you've worked on yourself, and now you are actually going to reap rewards for all that you've been through, and you would have grown as far as your character is concerned, because that's what happens whenever we have a bad time. Once we get past it, we always grow. All right, so that's beautiful, pile number 2. I wish you well, and if this does resonate with you, do let me know in the comments, and do subscribe if you haven't already, if you are called to do so. All right, and now with that, we come to pile number 3, those who've chosen the Ethereal Visions Tarot or the blue tip pen. All right, here is your reading. I have shuffled these cards for you from the astral house to tell you what changes are you likely to expect during this time. And you get marriage. Wow. So those who are in a marriage will see some changes in it, and those who are on the threshold of getting married will see it happening. So let's see what the cards have to say. All right, this may or may not resonate with your monthly forecast, because I don't remember taking a marriage card for anybody, but then it's a collective reading, so let's see. We begin your reading with the beautiful King of Cups, which is so indicative of a marriage. The Ace of Wands. Wow, lovely. Sorry. The Five of Cups. Okay. The Three of Swords. And the Hangman. All right. Pile number 3. On the surface, pile number 3, you are in control of your emotions. You are this beautiful King of Cups. He's really handsome, isn't he? So you've got your emotions in order. You've got a stoic demeanor, and you're in control. Now this is how you're feeling. At least this is how you've convinced yourself you're feeling, that you are in control of your emotions, things are fine, and you're happy. All right, deep down inside you have this Ace of Wands, which is again a beautiful card, because you've got a whole lot of passion within you, a whole lot of passion. Your creativity is at its best, but it's just waiting to come out. It's not yet come out. And why is it not coming out? Because this is what you need to release. Because at the surface, you're fine and everything is going out great, but the cards tell a different story. Deep down inside, you are sad. There is something that has upset you, and it's not a small thing. You've got your 3 cups here, which are spilled, and those 3 things, whatever it was, really meant a lot to you. Now you see, the King of Cups is also the king who's mastered his emotions, and the Five of Cups is someone who's really distraught over what he's lost. All right, and though you are coming out of it, and you are embracing this energy, and this is how people see you, and this is how you'd like to believe you are, somewhere you haven't given this up, and you are not able to see the 2 cups behind you. And what you're guided to do right now is to release and let this energy go, because there is a whole lot of passion and creativity waiting inside of you to come out. It's waiting to liberate you. It's waiting to take you to a new relationship. Maybe you're already in a new relationship, and that is why you're feeling good on the surface, and even deep down inside you're feeling passionate maybe toward another person. But because this is there somewhere in your mind, your joy, you'd feel much more if you can release this, and you can actually embrace these 2 of cups, the 2 cups which are there. They are your cups which are going to fulfill you. You have to let this go, but because if you don't let this energy go, you can have this demeanor as though everything is fine and life's good and all that, but you will not be able to tap into this potential which is in your subconscious, because something will keep holding you back. And the minute you let this go, you work on this and you just see what's happening in your life. See, the fact is that you're getting marriage here, right? Well, it may not resonate with everybody, that you may all not just get married immediately, but if it is within your marriage, or if it is in a marriage that's gone bad, or it is something that you're waiting for, whatever this Five of Cups is, pile number 3, you know what it is, all right? It's time for you to step out of this now, because the minute you release this, how will you benefit? You will be able to mend your broken heart. Right now you can see 3 swords in it, all right? You feeling betrayed. You're really hurting, but when you actually now you come to terms with this and you say, how long can you keep your heart in that state where it's broken and it's sad? You need to move on. And how will you experience gratitude and more joy in your life? You get the Hangman. So what I pick up from this is pile number 3, that you are possibly at the surface feeling very happy and joyful, and you feel you're comfortable and you've gotten over whatever's happened in your past. In your subconscious, yes, you have a whole lot of passion and a whole lot of creativity, but it's not coming out yet. And why is it not coming out? Because you're in this energy. Maybe you're already in another relationship, or you're at the threshold of another relationship. That's why you have the King of Cups and Ace of Wands within you. But what Spirit is trying to tell you is that you haven't fully let go of this. But you are there. You know, if you can actually let go of your past and not... another pile had this. Was it the last? No, I think the first pile. Sometimes closure doesn't come to you. In fact, many a time it doesn't come to you the way you want it, right? But you can't just hang there, suspended there in limbo forever. You have to do something, change your thinking, heal yourself, go over everything, but somewhere you have to actually get past it and know that everything is not lost. As long as you have a life to live, you can always make it beautiful. But that has to be your attitude. If you carry on being in the lack, in the place of lack, wherein, oh, things are never going to work out for me, this was the love of my life and it didn't work out, now it can never happen. If you carry on sitting in that energy, that's all you're going to attract. So you're being asked to let go of this energy, that you are actually in a very good place. It's just that little bit, it's almost giving me that feeling of the 9 of Wands, where 10 of Wands, it completes a cycle, you keep that burden down. It's like that, you're almost there. And Spirit is giving you that final push. And what Spirit is trying to tell you is, once you do that and mend your heart, Spirit is asking you to give yourself some time before you get into another relationship. So this Hangman is willingly suspended himself upside down because he wants to look things in a different way. So if you actually get into this energy and start looking at everything that's happened in the past from a different perspective, from a little, objective perspective. When you're going through something, what happens is maybe your friends tell you something, your family tells you something, because they are not involved in it as you are. So they're able to see it like that. So what you can do is to, with this Hangman here, to distance yourself a little bit from whatever you've been through and look at it objectively from the other party's point of view, from your party's point of view, from your own point of view, and from a larger perspective, zoom out and look at it, look at the bigger picture. And then you'll find that you will be able to actually carry on without that closure. You bring that closure for yourself. You don't wait for another person. And you actually let these 3 cups which are gone, let them go. Pick up those 2 cups behind and go start afresh. And you're actually ready for it, okay? All the signs are there. You are the King of Cups. You have this great amount of passion and, something to start afresh. Fresh passion and a lot of creativity. and you get the marriage card. So things are going to work out for you, but there is some work that needs to be done, pile number 3. I will not sugarcoat this. You really have to work on something before you start afresh in something else. Because if you start a new relationship without getting over the old one, you're not able to move forward. And you may move forward, and but somewhere deep down inside, when you are on your own, this relationship or this whatever happened will keep taking something from you. So it is necessary that you get healed from this completely. Take as much of time as you want to, though you're being told that you're almost there. You've actually been doing the work. So just give yourself that final push, what you need to give yourself that closure, and move ahead to embrace this great life that's waiting for you. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope this reading resonated. I can feel your pain. I understand what it is. It's not so easy to mend a heart that's broken, but it really serves no one if you stay in that energy for too long. So if this reading resonated with you, do let me know in the comments, and do consider giving this a like, and if you choose, do subscribe to it as well. With that, we come to pile number 4. Those who chose the purple tip pen or the Mystic Monday Tarot. All right, I have shuffled this card to find out where are you going to see the maximum changes during this time, and you get wealth. Wow, that's a lot of abundance coming your way, is it? Let's see. Pile number 4. Ooh, you start with the 5 of Pentacles. What a contrast. The Moon, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the World. Oh, wow, this is such a wonderful reading. Right now, pile number 4, you are not in a very good place. You are feeling left out in the cold. You feel that you are in a place of lack. You feel that nothing's working for you. All right, maybe it is the time of the pandemic. It's difficult for a lot of people. It is people have lost their jobs, or if they are in a job, they're getting paid half, and a lot of things are going financially, economically, things are not okay in the world, in countries, and for each person, depending on where they were and how stable they were, things have actually, a lot of people have actually been pretty distraught during this time. And it seems to me that pile number 4, you come into that category. All right, that right now things are not looking very bright as far as your money scene is concerned, or at least that is how you feel. You feel really lost and left out in the cold, and deep down you are in a place of confusion. Now the Moon card can be a card of intuition, and it can also be a card of confusion depending on where it comes in your reading. Now it is being sandwiched by the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Both are negative cards, and so you are right now excuse me, pile number 4. I'm filming this early in the morning and my throat is dry. Right now, pile number 4, you are going through a lot of confusion because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to change this situation of yours. You need the money. This is all about wealth, all right? You are feeling quite bad right now. You feel that your money scene is quite bad. Your finances are in no good place, and you are confused. And what you are being asked by Spirit is to let go of this. You're in the 8 of Swords. You have a lot of self-limiting beliefs, Yes, it's possible that you've lost a job. It's possible that you're on half pay. It's possible that this period has been carrying on for a very long time. But it is not the end of the world. Okay? In the sense that if you think that this is how your life is going to be, it's not. You are in this place that you don't know what to do, but instead of being in a place of confusion, you're being asked to look for the answers within, to just detach from it for some time. I know when you're going through a financial crunch, it's not very easy to say that nothing's happening and I'm going to be very positive and the money's going to come. It's not easy. I understand that. But you need to just detach yourself a little bit for a little while and ask yourself, the answers are there within. We don't listen to ourselves because we are busy looking elsewhere and what others are doing and how much they're achieving and where are you going to go. And if you have a family to take care of, you have your other obligations and you feel that you won't be able to fulfill them, and we start thinking with so much of panic, negativity and fear that we are not able to think fresh, we are not able to think positive, we are not even able to make something happen for us because we are already doomed within our own heads. And that is what the universe is asking you to change, because just look at these cards, how they are ending. First of all, this is what you are headed towards, wealth. All right, and though it doesn't seem, and you might be feeling like clicking off the reading, that what nonsense, I'm not, what is this, I don't feel as though I'm getting wealth, I don't even have a job, or they're not paying me. It's just a matter of time, pile number 4. You've got to change your thinking. You've got to be grateful for what you have. You've got to practice gratitude if required. Write down in a journal 10 things that you're grateful for. The very fact that you're breathing today, the very fact that you've got all your everything intact, whatever is working, concentrate on that and be grateful for it. And believe that good things are going to come to you, because look at what's going to happen. The minute you give up this negative thinking of yours, the self-limiting beliefs that you have, the minute you give that up, look at what's coming. The 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is the, look at this proud peacock. Isn't she beautiful? This is the card of someone who is independent, standing on their own 2 feet, and have got someone who's financially comfortable. All right, when I'm saying comfortable, it's not hand to mouth. I mean in the lap of luxury. This person's done it all for themselves. All right, and you're going to be here. You're going to have all that luxury. You're going to have money pouring in. You've got this wealth card here. Everything, but you need to come out of this energy. If you're going to be feeling that, oh, it's not going to happen, I don't see it happening anytime soon, I think I'm going to be doomed for another 6 months to 1 year, by which time my coffers will be empty. If you're going to keep thinking like that, that's what's going to happen. You have to get out of this energy. You have to get out of this energy, pile number 4, and then you just watch. You start with the 9 of Pentacles, and guess what you get after that? This is what you're going to experience the minute you start showing gratitude. And look at the joy. You're going to get the world. The world is going to be in your hands. This cycle is going to end. The World card talks about ending of a cycle and beginning of a new cycle. And with this Wealth card and this 9 of Pentacles here, this is what's waiting for it to happen. I mean, waiting to happen for you. Just look at this. So much of abundance, so much of wealth coming your way. This old cycle has to end for something new to begin. And who's going to end the cycle, pile number 4? You are. Because if you... Sorry. If you don't come out of this lack mindset, you're going to be stuck for a very long time. Because you are right now just going over everything that's going wrong. And I have seen this actually happening in people, around me. That when they are concentrated, including myself, whenever you concentrate on something that's negative and then just keep praying, oh God, I hope this is fine, but how is it going to happen? It doesn't happen. Things carry on going terrible. But once you just bring in that, just what you call, center yourself and bring in that calm and tell yourself, I can do this. The universe has my back and I am going to get out of this. It's just a matter of time. I'm going to start strategizing on what I'm going to do when things are going to work out fine. I'm going to begin doing this and it's going to work out really great. Maybe I don't know the outcome, but I know that it's going to be for my benefit. You keep repeating that to yourself, pile number 4, and just see, even before you can expect anything to happen, things are going to be so beautiful for you. All right? You are going to get that wealth and abundance. It's coming your way. But you need to believe, because if you keep believing that nothing's going to happen, you are self-sabotaging the abundance that's coming to your life. All right? So stop doing that and allow the abundance to come in. Be grateful for what you have and just allow it to come in. Tap into your feminine energy as well. All right? And learn to receive. If you block all the paths of reception, how are you going to receive? Isn't it? So keep that in mind. Pile number 4. Abundance is just waiting to happen. You have to give it a clean sheet. That reminds me of what I did when I was, I've got an account on Blogger and I wanted AdSense to work, and I've been on Blogger for almost 4 years, and it's for 3 years I never thought, in fact more than 3 years, 3 years plus, I didn't think of monetizing Blogger. And then finally when I realized I'd like to do it, I asked my son to help me. I'm not tech savvy at all, and he turned it all on and he did everything, and they said that within a day or two it usually happens, and maximum a week or 2. And months happened and it wasn't coming, and I kept saying that, oh no, I'm not going to do anything about this, it's not going to work, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And it didn't happen. And then one fine day I said, no, it can't be that it's not happening for me when it's happening for everybody else. There's something I'm doing wrong. I'm not looking at it right. And the minute I changed my thinking and I went back to the thing and I looked for it without anyone's help, I looked and I realized, and till that time I was telling my son, you've done something wrong, it's not working, it's not working. And when I went to it, I realized that I have myself blocked those ads. I'd just taken the button and he'd done everything for me, but I had switched off the button which says, which tells you to block ads. I turned it on. So the minute I turned it off, within a day, I started, it was functional again. So it's all your mindset. If you feel it's not going to happen, it is not going to happen. But when you change that mindset, that shift will definitely happen for you. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope this reading resonated with you, and I hope you find that abundance soon. And when you do, and when you're in your 9 of Pentacles energy, I'm willing to wait. Please give me a comment after that, but do comment on it at that time. All right? That you have actually come to that abundance, because I'd love to hear that. Nothing would make me happier than to know that beautiful seekers who come here are actually finally finding all the happiness that they seek. All right? And so for those of you who are here with me till the end of the reading, I wish you all the best, and I hope this reading could help press that refresh button and get you started and moving to your success, so that by the time we reach the end of the year and it's time to say bye-bye to this year, it's with a big smile on your face and you're ready to take on the next year too, isn't it? So that's all I have for you, beautiful seekers. Take care, be good, bye-bye.